Hello and welcome back to the MLB Props and Home Run Calls show presented by Props Optimizer. It is our free prop betting platform on Android and on iOS. You have an iPhone, go to the Apple App Store. You got an Android, go to the Android App Store and download us today. Give us a free, give us a 5-star rating. Tell us how much you love it, and just try us out. It's free. Or $10 with no ads. So the free version does have some ads. Now we will get into it. I'm your host, Tyler Wiemann, and we will start off by a review of yesterday. Then we will get into today's picks, and lastly, the home run calls for Full Send Friday. Now let's get after it. So yesterday we had Judge, we had Ohtani, we had Teoscar, and we had Brayan Bello. Bello only was really usable if you guys watched the live show, so I hope you guys did, but he cashed. He only went 70 pitches. The line was at 95.5, just way too high. Teoscar sold us. Aaron Judge sold us. Then Shohei did Shohei things, 4 total bases. All in all, 2-4 on the day. It is what it is. We're back and battling today. And starting with our picks, we got Carter Jensen, big-time prospect for the Royals, the catcher. So far this season, since he's been called up, he's hitting in 75% of games. And all we need is one base. His line, 0.5 total bases. LineStar is at 1.3. Consensus is at 1.2. And right now, Carter Jensen, we got a 5-star alert score on him. Top 5% hitter versus right-handed pitching. Yes, Snoop, I got the same one you do. He's top 5% hitter versus righties. He's been 90% barrel balls versus right-hand pitching, 95% exit velocity versus right-handed pitching. The man's hitting 304 versus righties, 320 over the last 20, which really he's only been up for, or has only played for 8 games or so. But the man has been crushing it, and I just want to stay with the hot bat. This is a guy that is hitting 290 in the minors. He is a solid hitter, definitely a plus hitter, and he's in a good spot facing a guy with a 4.73 ERA, 211 ISO, high WOBA. And Jensen, 60% hard contact rate. I like the spot versus the Blue Jays today. Now, let's get into our next pick, and we are going to another prospect, and that is Christian Moore of the Angels in Colorado. Game total of 12. Huge game total. Both pitching staffs are terrible. Both bullpens are terrible. While Carter Jensen so far hasn't been great, he's only hitting 222 over the last 20 games. He does have big time pop, 190 ISO, and he's been hot since he's got called up. Over the last week, he's hitting 250, has 2 home runs, has a 500 ISO. This guy is a guy that does profile for 25, 30 home runs at the MLB level. He was last year's number 8 pick, and he's already up in the majors. That just goes to show you how well he's been hitting and what he's been showing. And he's versus Blaylock, who has a 7.86 ERA, a 173 ISO, 371 WOBA, 2 right-handed bats, and like Jensen, Moore, 57% hard contact rate, 97 mile an hour average exit velo, and that bullpen is terrible. I like the spot for Christian Moore. Those are our 2 top props. Christian Moore is over 1.5 total bases. LineStar's at 3.3, consensus at 3.1, consensus at 1.9. Right now, we are showing that it got pulled. It was on. I see no reason that won't come back up, so I'm still going with it as one of our picks. Oops. And now let's get to our third one, and that is Matty O. As Snoop already said, he likes Matty O, and we're going with with you, Snoop. We're riding with you. He has been on absolute fire. 387 average over the last 20 games, 427 ISO, 514 WOBA, just crushing the ball, and he's facing his old pal and Charlie Morton, who used to be a Brave, who has given up 402 ERA, 2 lefties, a low-ish WOBA, or, kind of an average WOBA, but a low-ish ISO. But Olson has just been on absolute fire lately. 41% hard contact rate, absolutely crushing righties. In the past, he's faced Morton 21 times, does have a home run off of him. But the real story, he hits them hard. We got winds blowing out in Detroit. I'm not really that worried about their bullpen if they get to that bullpen early. All in all, we're riding the hot streak for Matty O. Over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. LineStar's at 2.9 and consensus at 2. Next, we have a man in Trevor Story who has been crushing it all season, especially as of late. We're going higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. LineStar is at 2.7. Consensus is at 2. This guy just keeps getting it done. Game in and game out. He's been hot for a while now. Has a 310 average over the last month. Hitting 380 over the last week. On the season, he's hitting 270. And then over the last 20 games, he's hitting 325, but then versus righties, that's up to 373 with a 235 ISO and a high WOBA. He is in a spot versus Rasmussen, who has been good versus righties, but Rasmussen has been struggling a bit lately. Story has plenty of different ways to getting on base. I very much like him. He's also 3 for 3 off Rasmussen. I think Trevor Story is going to get it going, going to make it happen. He's been hot, and he's in a nice hitter-friendly park. Hey, Snoop, careful if you're driving. Please don't text and drive. Let's keep the eyes on the road. I appreciate you still tuning in and listening to what I have to say. And I do agree that Profar also looks solid. I originally did have him as one of my picks. And if you guys want to change out one for Profar, makes absolute total sense. Now, last but not least, let's go to the last pick, and that is Jose Ramirez. This is a shout out to you, BVP Truthers. 22 plate attempts. He is hitting 409 off Pablo Lopez. A low ISO, but high WOBA, high average. And I like this bet. You get past Pablo Lopez. The bullpen doesn't really matter too much. They aren't that good. 26th in the league. And we know who J-Ram is. J-Ram is a great hitter in this league, can beat you a ton of ways, and I like his fantasy points for those of you that are playing on a site that you can use fantasy points. If you don't want to, or if you can't use fantasy points, I think you can pivot to 1.5 total bases or hits, runs, and RBIs. I just prefer the fantasy points in this spot because he can do it so many ways. Just getting a walk, getting a stolen base, he can beat you in so many different ways. So fantasy points, if you're on a pick'em site, is my preferred. Glad to hear you are riding, Snoop. Definitely do not want you to be driving and texting. Now, let's get into our home run calls of the day. And with that, I'm going to go to Ketel Marte. 19.8% chance of a bomb. Sports books are at 17.4%. So we got a nice value action there if you want to bet it. I sure will be. He's versus Taijuan Walker, who does not scare me whatsoever. He's given up 32% hard contact, almost 42% fly balls, and we got a guy in Ketel Marte that absolutely crushes the ball. Versus righties, we got a 248 ISO over the last 150 games. That ISO is way down right now, but the man is due. He is heating up. He still has a 33% hard contact rate, even with these ISO numbers over the last 120, tells me that this man is about to get on fire. Meanwhile, Walker allowing a 164 ISO, home run on 4% of plate attempts. Ketel Marte is at home, and you get past Walker, and I'm not scared of that bullpen. I think there's a lot of ways Ketel Marte gets it done. He hasn't had a home run in like 8.6 games, something like that. He is due. He's going yard today. I also like on the other side of that game, where'd Marte go? Bryce Harper. I think Bryce is in a great spot. I almost went to him. He also is at slight positive differential for our home run odds versus the sports books. He's a great hitter versus righties. There's big time pop. He's been mashing lately 395 ISO versus righties. And Ryan Nelson, while he's been good versus lefties, doesn't scare me all that much. The only reason I didn't pick Harper over Marte is this home run per plate attempt line. Versus lefties, he's been very, very good about keeping the ball in the park, but Harper is hitting 444 with a bomb off him in 9 plate attempts, and you get past Nelson, and there is a very poor bullpen, so it makes a lot of sense to go to Bryce as well. That'll do it for us today, guys. Nice full send Friday. Hope you guys have a great afternoon. Come join us at Props Optimizer, free to download, and join us later. We have a couple different shows coming out. Underdog show for NFL Week 3, and we have your NFL Week 3 DFS breakdown coming later this afternoon. Talk to y'all later. You have a good one. Have a great weekend. Snoop, you as well. Drive safe and have fun at that Cleveland and Packers game. That will be a probably a fun one to be at. Probably low scoring. Maybe stay a little close into later in the game, but hope you're a Packers fan and not a Browns fan. Y'all have a good one. See you guys later. Peace.